Hi, I'm Marianne Binetti, and today I'm going to talk to you about planting bulbs in containers. Because so many of us have just balconies or patios, we want that beauty of tulips, daffodils, and crocus. Those are the bulbs that bloom in the spring, but also things like dahlias, cannons, and the summer blooming bulbs. So it's spring now, but I'm going to show you how to plant tulip bulbs because they're just going to be a fill-in for any general bulb. So a tulip bulb is actually a bulb has all the flower stored in the bulb already. So what this swollen root or bulb really needs is not fertilizer. What it really needs is some nice, well-drained soil in order to get off to a good start. Once it is bloomed, then when the flower is done, that is when the dying greens of the bulb starts to make next year's flower, and that's the time to be fertilizing. So what we're going to do to have bulbs in containers is plant them at the right depth. So this is the important thing to remember. The general rule of green thumb is to plant your bulbs 3 times as deep as the width of the bulb. So what that means is the width of the bulb, we're going crosswise, the fattest part of the bulb, whatever that is, about 2 inches for tulips, you plant those 3 times that amount. So tulips are about 2 inches wide, so they should go down about 6 inches deep. You can plant them deeper, they'll just bloom a little bit later, but 6 inches at least. A small bulb, let's say you have a small bulb like the bulb of a crocus, or even onions that are very small onion scents. Maybe you only want to plant those about 3 inches deep, because that's about 1 inch wide across there. That's the width of the bulb. And you go down the width of the bulb 1 inches times 3. So 3 inches deep. So you're going to plant your bulbs 3 times as deep as the width of the bulb. Now, how do you know which direction is up on a bulb? Well, remember it this way. Bulbs sit on their chubby little bottoms, the pointy end up. So you're going to plant the bulb in like this with the pointy end forming up. If in doubt, especially when you plant something like a dahlia or a unusual bulb that blooms in the summer, you can always just plant your bulbs on the side, sideways like this. And when you plant a bulb sideways, Mother Nature will shoot it so the top comes up. Okay, so now let's get started planting. These tulips are going to be planted 6 inches deep. Here's my container. Your containers for bulbs must have good drainage. And I want 6 inches of soil on top of the bulb. That's what 6 inches deep means. It means 6 inches from the tip top of the bulb to where the soil ends. So I have to, in this container, which is about 1 foot deep, I need to have 6 inches of soil on top of the bulb. So I need to put the bulbs right about there, the top of the bulb, right about the middle of the container. That means I have to fill the container with soil halfway. Okay, that's halfway full of soil. And now I can put the bulbs in. The chubby side on their fat little bottoms goes in first. Their pointy tops point upward. And when you do tulips especially, in a container, you can plant the bulbs in very, very close. I'm going to show you how closely I'm planting these bulbs. So they're almost shoulder to shoulder. So the reason is because they're growing in potting soil, and they're probably only going to be good for 1 year anyway. So go ahead and pack those bulbs in. I could probably add another 3 or 4 bulbs to a container this size. But look at the space I have from the top of the bulb all the way up to the top of the pot is at least 6 inches. So now that those are nestled in space, I can go ahead, fill in with the rest of the soil, but even a little bit more potting soil. That little shakes to kind of settle the soil. Water it in, and there we have it. You don't see the bulbs. They're going to rest. If they're spring blooming bulbs, you plant in the fall. Then they have that chilling period and they bloom in the spring. If they're summer blooming bulbs, you plant them in the spring, and they'll come up in a few weeks and be blooming in the summer. Either way, the bulbs need good drainage, and you plant them. The depth of the bulb, again, is 3 times the width of the bulb. And now, because I just planted these tulip bulbs, and it's not really fall, it's spring, I just want to show you. This is why we plant bulbs, everybody, because bulbs give us beautiful blooms. It's been Marianne Binetti with easy answers for great gardens.
If you enjoyed these gardening tips, subscribe to our channel so you can get updates on new videos and stay in the know about all things gardening. Click the red subscribe button below. See the description below for more information about how to connect with us on PlantersPlace.com, Facebook, and Instagram.